Nick Abraham, Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
And good evening and welcome to Keystone High School. Ron Polinsky here with you, Jared Kozar, and Gary Pelber as well, as we have LC8 boys basketball as it's Firelands taking on Keystone. And the Keystone Wildcats come in with a record of 6-0 overall, 4-0 in the LC8. Firelands comes in with a record of 1-4. They are 1-3 in LC8 play. JV game just ended. It was Firelands over Keystone by a score of 50-33. Had a chance to talk with both coaches. Up first, we'll hear from Firelands head coach Colin Myers in his fourth year. His team coming off a loss against the Black River Pirates. Keystone, we'll hear from Jeff Holzhauer a little bit later on. And they're coming off a win at Columbia on Tuesday by a score of 72-50. But here is the head coach of the Firelands Falcons, Colin Myers.
Firelands taking on Keystone in our pregame show. Time to talk fourth year head coach Colin Myers of the Firelands Falcons, off to a 1-4 start, 1-3 in league play, having a loss against Black River on Tuesday to take on the Keystone Wildcats tonight. And Coach, I know it's a little bit of a tough start for you, a little bit of a slow start. And can you just tell us about the start of the season and what kind of maybe has contributed to some of the factors to the slow start for your team?
Yeah, we got a lot of young kids this year, freshmen and sophomores, and we were missing 3 starters first couple of games, and they're still not all back. And now that they're coming back, kids got to learn to play together again because some of them have been out for months, so they just haven't had any time together. So we're learning as we go, learning how kids are playing together, what lineups, and they're learning each other. So again, it's a slow start for us, but defensively we've been fine. Offensively, we're looking to find our stride, and hopefully we can get some momentum going tonight.
You mentioned defensively you're playing well. You're only giving up 50 points a game. How encouraging has that been, and what makes your defense so good?
It's very encouraging because, it's hard. Everybody knows it's hard to play defense when you're not scoring points. It gives the other team more opportunity to score. So we're putting a lot of pressure on our defense, and, they've held up so far. So that's why we're hoping we get some momentum on offense. It's going to help our defense, be even better. Defensively, we're able to rotate some bodies, and, we rebound the ball well. So it helps when you're getting defensive rebounds, giving up less second chance opportunities. We'll look to continue that.
Coach, when you are struggling on offense, is it that you're not getting good shots? Is it they're just not putting the shots in, or is a lot of that? You mentioned you've had 3 starters out, for much of the year as well. I'm sure all those are probably reasons as to why you're struggling on offense.
Yeah, shots aren't falling, and we're looking, for some other kids to step up. And again, it's all momentum and confidence. We're trying to get these kids some more confidence. They just need to see their shots start going in. They'll start playing better. But again, they're playing hard. We're doing what we can, and it's going to come.
Coach, today obviously doesn't get any easier for your team as you head to Keystone, take on the Wildcats, who are undefeated and look really good so far. Your thoughts on Keystone?
They're a good team. They got a 2-headed monster over there, with Liam and Colt. So it's going to be a challenge for us even on defense today. Trying to guard those 2, slow them down, force somebody else to try to beat us. But again, our kids, they practice hard this week. They're excited to play. But again, Keystone, they're a great basketball team. They play the right way, and again, with 2 players like that, it's tough to stop.
Coach, as you work your way through these injuries and the youth of your team, is this a team you think the practice time over the holidays could really help, and that this you would hope that you're a better version of yourselves later in the season as the calendar goes on into January and February, and you get some guys back, you get a little healthier?
Yeah, I definitely think the more these kids play together, even at practice, we're going to build that momentum and chemistry and cohesiveness. the offense will start to come. But again, until these kids get some minutes playing together, whether it's at practice or a game, we get healthy. We're asking some younger kids to step up, and they're doing fine. But again, they need minutes and reps on varsity, and it'll come.
Is the bright side of that, has there been, a player or two that maybe has opened your eyes, maybe surprised you or the staff a little bit because they've, been able to play a little bit more than maybe expected to, whether it's offense, defense, or anything, even in practice? Have you had any surprises because of this?
Yeah, Max Brown, he's a freshman for us. He's been playing quite a few minutes for us. He had a big game against Wellington, kind of helped us propel that one. But again, as a freshman, he's doing a great job for us. He's really helping us out. We look, for him to keep growing as we move through these games.
Coach, could you give us a key or two tonight for Firelands if you're going to be able to hang around and give yourselves an opportunity later on in the game to pull this one out?
Yeah, we got to limit Colt's and Liam's touches. So again, on the defensive end, we got to be able to lock those two down, at least slow them down. You're not going to shut them down completely. They're good players. But keys on offense, we got to be able to put the ball in the hoop, and we need more kids to contribute. We can't just rely on one kid tonight.
Hard to slow them down at Keystone, Coach. You can't even slow down the elementary girls in the hallway, let alone the basketball team. If you would, tonight's starting five for Firelands.
It'll be Lucas Green, Carter Jones, Mikey Janisic, Logan Holt, and Aiden Fortner.
Coach, really appreciate the time. Best of luck. Happy holidays to you and everybody with Firelands boys basketball.
Yep, thank you, too.
That's Colin Myers, head coach of the Firelands Falcons.
LaGrange County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. LaGrange County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Kev's radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
Holzhauer joins us, 14th-year head coach of the Keystone Wildcats. His team 6-0 overall on the campaign, 4-0 in the LC8, and they're taking on the Firelands Falcons tonight. Coach's team coming off a win at Columbia on Tuesday, 72-50. That's 72 points. That's exactly what they're averaging offensively through 6 games. Coach, you won by 22 on Tuesday, yet you weren't entirely happy. I know part of that is a head coach's mentality, right? But tell us a little bit about that.
First of all, give Josh Scharf and Columbia a lot of credit. Really impressed with their kids. I thought they were extremely physical. Thought they were prepared. They handled our pressure well. They rebounded well. They shot the ball well. So a lot of our struggles had everything to do with them just playing good basketball. So we expect our energy to be a little bit better getting out of the gates tonight against Firelands. And Firelands has been a program that's been extremely successful in our conference for a number of years. We've had a lot of great matchups, and I know they're struggling right now. But, good programs are good programs. And we're expecting a tough fight from them tonight, and our kids are going to be ready to go.
Coach, first game of the year, you guys take on Olmsted Falls at the DeFranco Classic. You got to win. We had it on WEOL.com. Reason I ask is, did that change expectations, maybe internally or externally, for your team when you get a win like that against a quality opponent, or did that not change anything inside the locker room for you guys?
Yeah, I think our kids expected to win that game. These kids have played a lot of basketball, and I think every time they step on the floor, they expect to win. So they knew that was going to be a challenge. They were excited for the challenge. A lot of these kids, that's why they play. They want to play in games like that, and that's why, we've tried to schedule as many of those types of games as we can, not just, for the coaches and for the program. Like, our kids want that. So, but no, I think maybe it opened up some eyes of, I think our league expected us to be pretty good this year, but a lot of people outside our league, they don't pay attention to a lot of things. But, a lot of people reaching out and wanting that game film and asking some questions about how to defend Olmsted Falls and this and that. So it's just cool when you get to play on a bigger stage and have a few more eyes on you. So I think that's really cool, and it's something that I think our kids deserve.
What is your team doing well so far?
We score. We score well. We have 2 guys that can really, really fill it up. And then their supporting cast is really coming along, I think, and doing a nice job of kind of filling in some gaps. So when we're defending well, we're really, really good. So we didn't defend real well last time out. So we expect to change that tonight and try to get some easier buckets, but we shoot a high percentage, and that's what this team does well. We have some skilled kids that can put the ball in the basket.
The 2 guys putting the ball in the basket, Liam Gordon, Colt Cowling, averaging just a little over 45 points between the 2 of those. You mentioned some of the other guys and figuring out their roles. How long does that take for those other guys to know where they fit in, what you want them to do? And, it's not just putting the ball in the basket. There's so many other parts to this game. How has that process been?
Especially offensively, I think it comes down to Liam and Colt trusting those guys because they can do a lot of successful things together. But the more they trust other guys is how our offense is coming along. They're putting the ball in the hands of some other guys and allowing them to make plays because those 2 dominate the ball a lot. So their willingness to pass the ball and maybe pass up a good shot to get a great shot from somebody else is something that I'm starting to see more with those 2. But those other guys, they got to do other things on the floor, and that's rebound, and that's defend, and that's be unselfish and get on the floor for loose balls and things like that, which we need to continue to get better. I think we took a step back in the last game, but I expect to take a big step forward tonight.
And Coach, after this, then you're out of conference for a couple of games. So does that make tonight even more important? The fact that you are going to step out of conference for a couple of games and then not resume your conference play till after the first. Do you kind of remind your guys to stay focused in and realize how important tonight would be?
Yeah, I'm sure we have some guys looking forward to playing Walsh Jesuit and Amherst. They got a lot of buddies on the Amherst team. But we got to take care of business tonight. Yeah. So I'm about to go in there and do my best pep talk of staying focused and understanding what's in front of us right now, and not only trying to win the basketball game, but win it the way we want to win it. Okay. Win it in a way that we're proud of our effort, and we feel like that we're taking a step in the right direction and becoming better as a program. So that's what these talks are about. And the hardest thing to do is week in and week out, get high school kids focused to do the right thing. And that's the challenge. And we failed at it on Tuesday, I think. But we're going to be successful tonight.
Coach, finally, if you would, for our listeners and viewers, Keystone starting 5.
We're starting Liam Gorin, Brendan Hagerman, Emery Fedor, Bobby Gurich, and Colt Cowling.
Coach, appreciate the time, and best of luck tonight. Happy holidays to you and yours.
Same to you. Thank you very much.
That's Jeff Holzhauer, head coach of the Keystone Wildcats.
And we are just a few minutes away from the start of this basketball game, as the freshman game and the JV game went pretty quickly. And we're going to get started here just a little bit after 7 o'clock, as again the JV game went to Firelands. They defeated Keystone by a score of 50-33. While we've got a minute before the start of this one, let's let you know about other games. In girls basketball tonight, Avon is at Berea Mid-Park. That is a boys-girls doubleheader. St. Thomas Aquinas is at Lake Ridge Academy. Westside Christian at Open Door. St. Martin de Porres at First Baptist and Midview is at Briarwood Christian. That team is from Alabama. That game is in Orlando, Florida. Boys basketball, Vermilion at Port Clinton. Euclid at Lorraine. Black River hosting Brookside. Columbia is at Oberlin. Avon, Berea Mid-Park again. That's the second part of that boys-girl doubleheader. Falls is at Amherst. North Ridgeville at Midview. Elyria at Avon Lake. NDCL goes to EC. Wellington Christian is at Open Door. And Wellington taking on Wycliffe. That ball game is at Independence. It's part of the Joe LaBella tournament, and Independence versus Cuyahoga Heights is the other game at that tournament tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise.
Well, let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of this one, Firelands and Keystone, right after this, the WEOL.com and Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel game of the week.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
LaGrange Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
And welcome back once again as Firelands gets set to battle with Keystone. The Keystone Wildcats have on their home white jerseys with white shorts. They're trimmed in purple. And for Firelands, they've got red jerseys with red shorts, and they are trimmed in white. Again, Firelands comes in at a record of 1-4, and Keystone an outstanding 6-0 record. And I think a lot of people thought this would be a good Keystone team, and they opened up eyes immediately on opening night at the DeFranco when they defeated Olmsted Falls, and they've been undefeated ever since.
Yeah, they were very impressive over there at the DeFranco, you know, and really they're doing it with 6, maybe 7 guys, Rob, and I know that's something that Coach Holzhauer alluded to in your conversation pregame, but, you know, it's going to be interesting to see now that they're in league play, you know, what kind of options they have and how far this group can go, you know, when they play some familiar opponents that might have a little bit of an inside track as to their strengths and maybe what they can do defensively against these Wildcats.
Yeah, and again, okay, we turn off the lights here at Keystone now. I haven't been here since we've done
this. It is big time, man.
I thought maybe they were just having some issues with the lights, but pretty cool. They turn off the lights here. You get my, you know, not that long ago, I wouldn't have been able to figure this out, but Jared, now that I'm a master of my cell phone, I can do this. So the Wildcats come in 6-0, 4-0 in the league. I think a couple of impressive stats, Jared. As a team, they're shooting 51% from the field, and on threes, 38%, and they're making 8.5 threes per game. That 1-2 punch of Gorin and Cowling averaging 25 points a game, Liam Gorin averaging 21. That surprised me a little bit. I would have thought for sure Liam Gorin was leading them in scoring, but what a 1-2 punch those two guys are.
Certainly, and it comes in bunches too. They play off each other very well, and you get in that situation, if you're the opponent, you just look up and, you know, in a blink of an eye, it could be an 8-0 run, and now you've got to take a timeout, try to reassess where you're at, and you're still playing a really good Wildcat team. So, like I said, when it rains, it pours, I think, in terms of the defensive effort that some of these teams have to kind of gather themselves for when taking on Keystone. On the other side of things, you know, the Firelands Falcons trying to get back on track. Maybe a little bit of a rough week. They take one on the chin over at Black River earlier this week on Tuesday. But they've got a high-energy player in Aiden Fortner in the middle.
And jumping center will be Emery Fedor, a 6'5 senior. And Jared just mentioned him, Aiden Fortner for Firelands. Aiden Fortner averaging over 19 points per game, the leading scorer. The tip is controlled by Keystone, and Gurich will hand it off to Hagerman. Hagerman with the basketball, and it gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. If you're just joining us and you missed Colin Myers say it, they're starting 5 for Firelands. Lucas Green, Mikey Janisic, Carter Jones, Logan Holt, Aiden Fortner. Hagerman with the basketball. He is guarded by Green, and he stepped out of bounds. Turnover, give the ball to Firelands. And again for Keystone, Liam Gordon, Brendan Hagerman, Emery Fedor, Bobby Gurich, Colt Cowling. And of the 5 starters for Keystone, Jared, I think it's worth mentioning, only one is a senior. So this is still a pretty young team that's going to be together for a while.
Yeah, and Craig Couch and I talked about that with Coach Holzhauer last week on the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show. The senior being Emery Fedor, kind of the guy you want to be the senior. He embraces his role and understands he might not be the focal point in terms of prolific players like Gordon and Cowling each night.
Janisic with the basketball. He loses control, and it's going to be intercepted now on the other end as both teams turn the ball over. Aiden Fortner has it for Firelands. Fortner across midcourt. Fortner, he'll be guarded by Fedor. That's a matchup to watch, according to Coach Holzhauer. Into the forecourt with the basketball. Lucas Green. Green coming off an injury to Janisic, right back to Green. Over to Fortner. Firelands still has a couple of players out, and one of them is Carson Lyman. Carson Lyman, somebody they would have started. He's been out all year, hoping to get him back later. Carter Jones got it to Fortner. Fortner into the lane, works his way to the basket, and he scores. Nice move to the hole by Aiden Fortner. Firelands draws first blood. They lead 2-0 here early on. Gurich, he'll get the ball over to Liam Gorin. Liam's first touch. Gorin in the lane, put it up, no good. And offensive rebound, they're going to kick it back outside on the drive, laying it up and in is Bobby Gurich. I think if you're Firelands, Jared, that's got to be disappointing. You get a great stop, but then you give up the offensive rebound and Keystone scores. Wildcats force the turnover on the pressure. At the other end, Hagerman has it. Baseline goes inside, and he gets the ball to Cowling. Cowling with his first two. 4-2 Keystone. Full court pressure, and it's bothering Firelands. There's another steal. Cowling with a basketball, but then he lost it on the back line to Fortner. So each team turning it over here in the early going. Fortner with his pass, there's a steal. Another turnover. Cowling ahead of everybody, and he'll lay it in. Colt Cowling, and we've got a timeout for Firelands. It's a 30-second timeout. As Firelands, I'm sure they want to talk about trying to get through this pressure.
But this is what we talked about in the pregame. It just happens in an avalanche. You know, Firelands was up 2-0, and then all of a sudden 6 straight rattled off by the Wildcats. And over there on the other side, on the far side, Fortner down there, and I think that he got knocked off the ball and thought, how is that not a foul? He's one of the bigger guys on the floor. Maybe you don't get that call because he has that reputation for being tough and tumble.
Gary Pelder doing the camera work tonight. Jared Kozar doubling up with color commentary and also doing all the letting everybody know on Chronicle Telegram YouTube page the score of this one. 5:45 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-2 Keystone.
We were here, roughly 48 hours ago.
Right.
And we did not have Pelt.
We did not.
Things were different.
We could have used him.
Yep.
Pelt on a Wednesday night, he might have been busy. That's one of his work nights, right?
Pelt was certainly busy Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. With the basketball in the backcourt, Lucas Green. Green got it over to Fortner. His pass almost intercepted, and Green will get it in the corner. There's a 3-ball from Janisic, up no good. Offensive rebound, and that's Fortner, and he scores. Oh, it's Keystone 6, Aiden Fortner 4. And into the forecourt comes Brendan Hagerman, the point guard. Hagerman looking it over, gets it inside. Beautiful pass to Warren, who got away from the defense. Reverse layup is good. Keystone's doubled them up 8-4, 5:10 to go first quarter.
Wildcats have hit their last 4 shots, too, so they've been really, really streaky.
As that pass is going to be intercepted. Another steal. They get it ahead to Gorin. Gorin with the basketball. Gorin on the drive, and he's going to be fouled. And that foul on Carter Jones. Jared, I'm going to guess Firelands has at least 5 turnovers already.
They do. It's exactly where they're at is at 5 turnovers. Carter Jones picks up the foul there, and that one an easy call for our officiating crew, which I believe features Matt Kende. I think it's Tom Stanton and Thomas White.
And we have Ty Holzhauer checking in for the first time. Ty, a sophomore, and he'll get it on the right side to Liam Gorin. Gorin fakes the 3. Liam Gorin being pressured by Carter Jones. Pass to Hagerman. Hagerman, it got knocked into the backcourt. Hagerman runs it down. Hagerman on the drive. We get a whistle, and he is fouled. And that one goes on Logan Holt. So Firelands wanting to play physical with Keystone. Pushed them around, that's for sure, and they get a call for a foul.
I think Colin Myers thought that they had a shot at an over and back there, did not get the call, and then Keystone was able to initiate offense once again.
Hagerman comes out, replaced by Gurich. On the inbound, they go to Ty Holzhauer. Holzhauer leads this team in threes, and he averages 10 points a game coming off the bench. Into the forecourt, a bounce pass for Cowling is knocked away and intercepted from Lucas Green of Firelands. Green into the forecourt. Green trying to go to the basket, out of control, threw it up, no good. Fortner there to clean it up, and he scores. Aiden Fortner, we saw him on the football field as well. It's 8-6 Keystone. Liam Gorin inside, put it up high off the glass, no good. And getting the rebound is going to be Lucas Green. So halfway through the first quarter, good effort so far from the Falcons. They trail by 2. Into the paint, they kick it out to Fortner. Fortner on the three-point line trying to spin around the defense, can't do so. He'll kick it back outside to Janisic. Janisic up top for Lucas Green. He's guarded by Ty Holzhauer. And on the left wing, Mikey Janisic. Had it knocked away back by midcourt. Keystone with some pressure as well. Janisic in trouble, double teamed. Had it knocked away, got it back. Janisic fortunate to get that back, throws it up, missed it. And the rebound is hauled in by Bobby Gurich of Keystone. That's Liam Gorin with the basketball. Gorin goes cross court, Colt Cowling. He'll fire a 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound, Logan Holt of Firelands. Holt needs some help, and he'll get it to Aiden Fortner. Fortner brings it into the front court. Aiden Fortner, he wants to go coast to coast. He'll kick it outside. Holt for 3, short. Offensive rebound, putting that up, missing it short was Janisic. Ball loose on the floor, and it comes out to the Wildcats. Ty Holzhauer, 2-on-1, gets it ahead for Colt Cowling. Cowling had to save it from going out of bounds, and now Aiden Fortner has it. As this one's been sloppy at times in the first quarter, Jared.
I think there's a little bit too much energy going on right now, and Holzhauer hit a beautiful opportunity, just led Cowling a little bit too far on that pass.
Green, baseline right. To Fortner. Fortner got it to Logan Holt. Holt inside. He was hit and fouled, and he missed the shot, but he'll shoot 2. Matt Kende will let us know. The guilty party for Keystone is Ty Holzhauer. His first, team's first. And Logan Holt will shoot 2. We got very abbreviated stats from Firelands. What I can tell you, as a team, they shoot 53% from the line. Holt's free throw is good, his first point. Subs for both teams. In for Firelands, Jonah Weber comes in for the first time, as does Max Brown. And coming in for Keystone, it'll be Brendan Hagerman. Firelands scoring 44 points a game on offense. They're only giving up 50 on defense. So the problem is they can't score so far, according to coach and to their numbers. But Jared, when you're only giving up 50 a game, once they get their offense figured out and get some guys back, they keep playing defense as well as they have been, they're going to win some games. Holzhauer hits a 3. For Ty, that's his 15th 3 of the season. And it's 11-7 Keystone. Fortner over to Logan Holt. Holt spinning around, lost control on the way up. Holzhauer came out of there with the basketball. Ty looks ahead, gets across midcourt, and he'll find and get it to Bobby Gurich. Gurich with a wraparound pass that got knocked out of bounds, and it will go to Firelands. Might have been a little too unselfish there. I thought he had an opportunity to shoot it and try to get it to the open teammate. Wasn't able to do so.
Seemed like that was the case. And you mentioned for Firelands just trying to get going offensively. But you're right, you know, they've got a pretty stifling defense. And that's the kind of thing that travels, especially in the LC8. They'll be able to take advantage of that once they get some things figured out. They got to get Fortner some help in terms of being not just one-trick ponies offensively.
Gorin comes in for Cowling. Cowling gets his first break of the night. And inside, there you go. You asked for it, you get it. Carter Jones is the first Falcon to score, not named Aiden Fortner. 11-9 Keystone. 90 seconds to go first quarter. Gorin, a long 3 and in. Liam Gorin, his 10th triple of the year. He's got 5, and it's 14-9. Again, pressure. Gorin went for the steal, got it. Gets it ahead with the basketball. Emery Fedor lays it in. With his trapping defense is leading to points. They're getting turnovers and is leading to good offense for Keystone. Max Brown, the freshman inside, put it up, no good, no foul called. Loose on the floor, a whistle and what? Foul is going to go on Aiden Fortner of Firelands. Jared, I know Matt Kende, and I forgot, you said the other two
Tom
officials.
Stanton and Thomas White.
Tom Stanton, Thomas White, thank you. Those are the 3 in charge of this one. And Holzhauer with the basketball, under a minute to go in the first quarter. They swing it around the perimeter. Hagerman gets it back to Ty. He likes that corner shot. Missed that one. Gorin with the offensive rebound. Off the rim, no good. Falcons hit the floor, but Holt came out of there with it from behind, trying to save it from going out of bounds, and doing so. Great job by Hagerman. And Gurich will get it ahead for the Wildcats. Gurich all the way to the basket, missed it. 25 seconds to go first quarter. Falcons trailing by 7. They've got the basketball. Max Brown gets it back out to Aiden Fortner. Fortner guarded very closely by Emery Fedor. He'll hand it off to Jonah Weber. Weber to Brown. Under 10 to go in the quarter. With the basketball, Carter Jones. Jones inside Logan Holt on the way up. It got knocked away. It'll stay with Firelands with 3.1 seconds remaining. That's going to be Carter Jones to trigger. Jones looking. He gets it in for Brown. Brown in front of the bench. 2 seconds. One falls down. That'll do it. We've played one quarter. Our score, it is Keystone 16, Firelands 9. We'll have more high school boys basketball after this. You're watching high school boys basketball on the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. LaGrange County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. LaGrange County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
And we played one quarter of boys basketball tonight from Keystone High School, and the Wildcats have a 16-9 lead over the Firelands Falcons. Rob Polinsky, Jared Kozar here with you. Gary Pelder doing the camera work. An interesting 8 minutes. I thought it was sloppy at times. And the Keystone defense with those transition and the turnovers, so that was a big part of why they got their 7-point lead as they lead at 16-9.
Certainly for Firelands, I think when you look at that, they put 9 up on the board, and they've got to feel okay about that number. It's kind of consistent with where they're at, especially against a quality opponent, but they've just got to get more help.
Firelands with a turnover to start the second quarter. Colin goes to the jam, missed it. Offensive rebound, Gorin, and he scored. Gorin with 7. 18-9. Keystone has doubled them up. Again, double teaming, and Max Brown beats the press. Brown got it to Logan Holt. Holt put it up, couldn't finish. Rebound, Fedor for Keystone. Long outlet for Cowling. Cowling beating the Falcons back, laid it in. Cowling with 6, Gorin with 7. 13 of their 20 points, 20-9 Keystone as they lead by double digits for the first time. Again, having trouble with this press in the backcourt. It is Carter Jones. We're going to get a timeout for Firelands. This is going to be a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. 7:14 to go until halftime. Keystone up 20-9, and you are listening to the WEOL Cage matchup on WEOL.com and watching it on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco-Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco-Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco-Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco-Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco-Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
And high school basketball brought to you again by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, LaGrange Community College, the Lorraine Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, and by Eco-Tree Services. Thanks to all of our sponsors that make high school sports possible on WEOL.com. Rob and Jared here with you courtside, up top I should say, at Keystone. Gary Pelver doing the camera work. And Lucas Green back in there for Firelands. Green with the basketball. Green into the lane, puts up about a 12-footer, and he got it. Lucas Green, his first points. 6'1" junior. He's coming back from an injury. Jared, this is just the second game he's appeared in, and they have to really limit the minutes he plays, as he is not full strength. One of 3 starters that Firelands has been missing since the start of the season. That's obviously contributed to their 1-4 start. Cowling inside, glass rim, no. Rebound, Aiden Fortner, who is playing well for the Falcons. Fortner gets it over to Lucas Green. Green double teamed, gets rid of it. A 3-ball goes up, wide open. Missing that one was Carter Jones. Offensive rebound to Fortner. He'll try it, and he'll hit it. Aiden Fortner with 9. And just like that, a 5-0 run for Firelands, and they needed it. That gets them right back into the game. They trail by 6. Gorin, a quick 3 off the rim, no. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Keystone. A 6:03 to go in the half.
Keystone going to...
Now Matt Kende, I think, is going to say it's going the other way. Yep, Matt Kende came over to talk. Tom Statton, Thomas White, or other officials. Matt Kende saw it, and he tells Jeff Holzhauer, yep, no doubt about it, it was Firelands' ball.
They had a laugh about that. I don't know if Jeff had the same laugh that Matt did.
You read that just like I did. With the basketball is Lucas Green. Green has it. Green off the glass, no good. Rebound falls to Bobby Gurich. Gurich for Keystone. Ahead to Colt Cowling. He'll fire a 3 and hit it. Boy, they are not bashful shooting. Cowling has 9. That's his 24th trifecta of the year, and they lead by 9. 1-2-2 full court pressure, and it's been effective. And right there, they cause another turnover. Max Brown couldn't run it down as the freshman, it went over his head, tried to save it from going out of bounds, couldn't do so.
Yeah, they're up to 9 so far here this first half of play. For the Wildcats, Rob, 3 of 6 from downtown, so the green light definitely lit for Keystone.
Cowling will take another one. That one's short, and the long rebound, Holzhauer saved it. Nice job by Ty, and he got it to Bobby Gurich. Gurich back outside to Liam Gorin. Gorin, a junior. Nice article about him in today's Chronicle Telegram. They get it out to Colt Cowling. Cowling, also the quarterback on the football team, put it up. No, there'll be 2 free throws. I don't know if you and I have had a chance to talk about it, but Keystone's going to have a new football coach. As Don Griswold, one of our favorites, has decided to step aside, and his kids are getting older and family time and how much time this takes. But Keystone will have a new football coach, but certainly want to wish Don the best, or better known as the Grizz.
Mr. Grizz, if you will. And yes, as we were watching some of the things, and we'd have conversations with Grizz during the wrap-up show, and he would talk about how, well, we got to get this one in because I'm going to watch one of these kids play, some other things. So great guy, and certainly has done marvels for this Keystone program in terms of where they're at on the football field. So whoever is, going to be at the helm is going to be in pretty good shape with what Grizz has left them.
25-14, 5 minutes to go in the first half. They're going to the outlet pass, shot goes up, and making that is going to be Mikey Janicic, his first 2. 25-16. Keystone lead is 9, under 5 minutes to go first half. Holzhauer will get it on the left wing to Gorin. Gorin is guarded by Max Brown. Gorin trying to get around Brown, inside shot goes up and in, and making that is Emery Fedor. Boy, what a nice assist from Liam Gorin. 4.5 minutes to play in the half. Again, that pressure bothering Firelands. Lucas Green throws it ahead. It's going to be intercepted by Gurich. Gurich to Cowling, laid it in. Cowling with 13. The lead is 13. In the backcourt, Fortner with it. Fortner trying to pass it ahead. Long pass to Max Brown. Brown gets it back to Fortner. 10-footer on the baseline is good. Aiden Fortner. He's got 11. And it's 29-18 Keystone.
And Firelands may struggle in this game, and they may end up in the losing side of the ledger, but it's not because of Aiden Fortner.
And there's Ty Holzhauer stepping in and making a 17-footer. Ty Holzhauer off the bench with 5. Fortner in the backcourt, gets it to Lucas Green. And they're trying to trap Green. Green trying to get across midcourt, picked up a dribble before half court. 10-second call. Lucas Green has to work every single time he's got that basketball in the backcourt, Jared.
And I think Green may have thought that a timeout was coming from his head coach, but Colin Myers has already burned two and said, It's not. You're going to have to figure this out, But, again, just the avalanche of points that Keystone can throw on you. We mentioned it just a few moments ago as a 6-point lead, now up to a 13-point lead.
Right. Gurich to Hagerman. Hagerman with the basketball. Hagerman surveying the defense. Got it to Colt Cowling. Cowling was, let's see, we have a whistle, I think, before the shot. Foul on Mikey Janisic, his first, team second. For Firelands, in for the first time, speaking of quarterbacks, Liam Tobakash, 6'2 junior, quarterback on the Firelands football team. Liam Gorn with the basketball. Reverse layup is good. He's got 9, 33-18, 15-point Keystone lead, their biggest of the night. Fortner to Green. Green dribbles through the press. Green back to Fortner, but it's intercepted by Gorn. Gorn ahead of everybody, and he's going to go up and missed it. Offensive rebound is good by Cowling. Cowling with 15. Firelands down 17. Green in trouble, looking, and gets it back to Fortner. They got to hurry or it's going to be another 10. And we get a whistle and I think a foul, or else it would have been another 10-second call.
Jeff Holzhauer painfully aware that they had a 10-second call coming their way. They were really bailed out by that foul.
Coach Myers again talking with Lucas Green, a 6'1 junior guard. And Fortner will inbound it. He'll get it to Mikey Janisic. Janisic to Green. You have Cowling on the front of that press. If he's 6'5", you can't just throw it over him. And right there, they try to throw it over, but what happens is you jump up, you got to throw it high, you throw it over your guard, and out of bounds. This Keystone press is very impressive.
Well, and they're doing it with a lot of intervals here where you're noticing, again, a short rotation, but each guy that comes in gets about, a 45-minute and 15-second rest. So Jeff Holzhauer is finding a way to keep fresh bodies in there.
Hagerman gets it outside. Bounce pass inside to Fedor. Fedor, his pass was knocked out of bounds. Checking in for Keystone was Mason Graham for the first time. Jonah Weber back in for Firelands.
You don't want to jinx it to the only thing that might be able to slow down this rotation, maybe not tonight, but at some point in the season, foul trouble.
Right. Or maybe a team that has more experienced guards, bigger guards that can somehow get through, but that's not going to be easy, especially for LC18.
No, I don't think so. And the length of Keystone, even if there's somebody that's physically bigger, we've seen it with Fortner, he could push some guys around, but these guys held their ground so far throughout the first 10 minutes of this one.
I just think when you've got Cowling at the head of that press and he's 6'5", that's really good stuff. Cowling puts up the shot, no good, no foul called, and coming out of there with the basketball is Fortner and the Falcons. We're coming up to 2 minutes to go in this first half. Keystone up 35-18. Fortner with the basketball, guarded by Fedor. Fortner picks up his dribble, gets it on the left side to Max Brown. Brown going to drive baseline, put it up, glass rim, no. They fight for the rebound, and it comes down to Grahams of Keystone. His pass to Gurich. Gurich into the forecourt. Gurich on the baseline, picked up the dribble, and he'll get it. The Hagerman shot, no, but he was fouled by Jonah Weber. Colin Myers talking with his longtime assistant, Ed Dolinar. Ed has seen a lot in this game. Great to see Coach Dolinar down there. Line right, free throw no good. Coming in for Keystone, Holzhauer, Gorin, and Gurich.
Important for a young guy like Colin Myers to have that sort of veteran presence to go to. And, Glider fits in with these guys, too. They really like him. They're one of the few that do, I think. But they really enjoy his company. It's hilarious.
I would agree to have that veteran presence next to a young coach, because not only has Colin just been here 4 years, but it wasn't that long ago, Jared, we were calling his games. I mean, he's a 2017 graduate of Firelands High School.
He can still go out there and play. He'll
Heck,
give you
yes,
10
he
minutes
could.
if you need it. Yeah, he's in tremendous shape. And, I think, he basically said that Dolinar leads them in the post-game festivities, I think. I think we had a great conversation with Colin a couple of years back over at Firelands, and he said, yeah, some of it's there.
And there's no doubt that Ed can lead the postgame.
Right.
Absolutely. And he's probably all first-team postgame. There's the 3-ball, goes up, no good. Gorin with the rebound, and Liam Gorin will get it to Hagerman. Hagerman, Holzhauer, open 3. He'll take it. He'll miss it. Rebound. Fedor got an offensive rebound. His pass was swatted out of bounds by Weber, and it'll be Keystone to inbound, up 17 with 1:14 to play in the first half. And Logan Holt, 6'2 senior, back in for 1 point for Firelands. He'll replace Liam Tobakash. Holzhauer gets it to Liam Gorin. Gorin guarded by Holt. Gorin pulls it back outside. Liam, nice stutter step to the hole, laid it in. Boy, is that good stuff. They just clear it out and get out of the way, and Gorin with 11. Under a minute to go in the first half. Fortner double team, and he's going to get it to Logan Holt. Holt at the foul line, jumper goes up, and it's good. Logan Holt with 3. 37-20. Keystone. Gorin with 40 seconds to play. At halftime, we'll take a look at individual scoring. Jared will look at the stats. We'll go through the other games. We'll get you set for the second half. That's all coming up momentarily at halftime. And again, the Wildcats up by 17. Gorin dribbling around, and he'll get it to Hagerman. Hagerman to Cowling. Cowling with that basketball. Cowling, foul line jumper, put it up, no good. Good defense by Janisic. Offensive rebound, and it was Ty Holzhauer who was fouled trying to make the basket. He'll shoot a couple. Foul will go on Logan Holt, his second. As a team, Keystone shooting 69% on the year. Ty Holzhauer is 2 for 6. Line right, 7.9 to go in the half. Free throw is good. Ty with 6. Ty again, back of the rim, off the top of the backboard. Picked up by Fortner, 5 seconds. Fortner into the forecourt, 3 seconds. And he is going to be fouled by Fedor with 1.7 to go in the half.
Number 22, Henry Fedor, that's his first team second. 42, Aiden Fortner at the line.
So Aiden Fortner will shoot 2. He's got 11 points. He averages 19.4 points a game and 8.5 rebounds per contest. Fortner's free throw in and out. As a team, Falcons are 53% from the stripe. Aiden again. Got 1 out of 2. And on the inbound, Hagerman fires from three-quarter court. It is well short, and we have played one half of basketball. At halftime, it is Keystone 38 and the Firelands Falcons 21. We're back after this. You are watching live on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel, Boys Basketball Game of the Week.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Kev's radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Well, that tells the story at halftime. It is Keystone 38 and Firelands 21. Ron Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Gary Pelber, live from Keystone High School as Keystone led after one 16-9. They would outscore Firelands 22-12 to pull away in that second quarter. They lead it 38-21. Let's take a look at the individual scoring. First for the home team, the Keystone Wildcats. It is Liam Gorin with 5 field goals. One of them was a 3. Gorin, one of 2 Wildcats in double figures with 11. Emery Fedor has 2 baskets for 4. Bobby Gurich a field goal for 2. Colt Cowling leading everybody. Cowling 6 field goals. One of them was a 3. He's also got 2 free throws. Colt Cowling with a game high 15. 32 points from the starting 5 of Keystone. Starting and out scoring, point guard Brendan Hagerman. Off the bench, Ty Holzhauer. He's got 6 points, 6 off the bench, 32 for the starters. Gives Keystone a total of 38. Seeing action off the bench, not scoring, was Mason Grams. For Firelands, all 5 starters scored. Lucas Green has a basket for 2, so does Mikey Janisic. Carter Jones also with a basket for 2. Logan Holt a basket and a free throw for 3. And it's Aiden Fortner who's had an outstanding first half. The young man averaging 19.4 a game, a 6'3 senior. Tonight he's got 5 field goals, one's a 3 and a free throw. He's got a dozen. All 21 points tonight for the Firelands Falcons comes from their starting 5. Seeing action off the bench and not scoring included Jonah Weber, Max Brown, and Liam Tobakash. So again, our score at halftime, it is Keystone 38 and Firelands 21. We'll take a little bit of a break after tonight's game, and next we'll be in action after Christmas. It'll be Saturday night, December 27th, and it'll be the Stillman Cup. It'll be Firelands at Vermillion. That'll be a boys basketball game. Rocco Nushi, Jared Kozar, Dave Rydell. We'll have that one for you a week from tomorrow. And so we want to make sure we wish everybody Merry Christmas, as this will be our last YouTube game until after Christmas. Again, our score, Firelands trailing Keystone 38-21. Jared, do you want to go through the stats and so forth, or you want to take a break first?
We can do that. We'll take some stats right now, and then we'll take a quick break and see what we can do as far as scores.
Okay.
We're a little bit ahead of some of those games going on right now.
Right.
So we've only got a couple to pass along. So let's get you the first half stats right now. And for the Firelands Falcons, really some of the numbers not going to be that bad. Some of the numbers are going to be, well, leading you to believe how this became a 17-point game. Firelands 9 of 20 in the first half, so 45%, pretty respectable. Really good when you think about what they're doing out there in order to what's going on. 1 of 5 from distance, that's been a little bit of a difference in the contest. 2 of 4 at the line, 11 rebounds, the big number, and we've talked about it throughout, the 13 turnovers. Keystone capitalizing on a lot of those turnovers, and your defense creates offensive opportunities. That's what the Wildcats are doing, pretty opportunistic. For Keystone in the first half of play, they were 16 of 31 from the field, a little bit over 50% on the night. They found themselves 3 of 10 from downtown, so room to improve, but some of those shots were a last-minute heave, that didn't go, things like that. 3 of 6 at the line, so both teams shooting 50%, right about what their season average is, I believe. And 14 rebounds for the Wildcats to just 5 turnovers, so a big difference in terms of taking care of the basketball, rebounding the basketball, getting second chance opportunities. Really, if it doesn't come from Fortner, from Firelands, they don't have a whole lot of second looks at the bucket, so maybe that's a halftime adjustment that can be made. But Keystone firing on all cylinders in this first half of play here tonight at the Wildcat Gymnasium. We'll take a quick timeout, and then after that we'll see if we can get you some updated scores from around the area. Kind of a weird score night. Again, we're a little bit ahead of some things. We've got some teams that are out of town, and when we say out of town, we don't mean Cuyahoga County. We mean out of state. And we'll tell you a little bit about that when we come back here on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page and online at WEOL.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco-Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco-Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco-Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco-Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco-Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Lorain County has a story every day. Make sure you don't miss it. From breaking news and high school sports to schools, business, and community events, the Chronicle has it all. Stay connected to your neighbors and your home team with coverage that matters most to you. Don't just hear about Lorain County, know Lorain County. Subscribe today at chroniclet.com/subscribe and get the news that keeps you in the know. The Chronicle Telegram, Lorain County's largest newspaper.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Welcome back to Keystone here. We're at the intermission, getting ready to start the second half. A couple scores to pass along. And earlier today, it was Midview, the girls basketball team. They're in Alabama. I'm sorry, they're playing a team from Alabama, Briarwood Christian. The game is in Orlando, Florida. So again, we said out-of-town scoreboard really goes out of town tonight. Unfortunately, the Lady Middies fall 54-26 in that contest. At the end of one, it is Amherst leading Olmsted Falls in boys basketball 19-7. That's end of one SWC play. And again, we're a little bit ahead. We're anticipating we'll get some scores coming in momentarily and be able to pass that along throughout the second half.
A big start for Pat Bray and his team, up a dozen over Olmsted Falls. And we'll have all the scores for you tomorrow morning on the Nick Abraham Saturday Morning Wrap-Up Show, along with interviews with the winning coaches. Jared and I will have that for you from 9 until 11. And some of the boys' games tonight in the LCA, Columbia's at Oberlin, Brookside at Black River, and Wellington's actually playing a non-conference game. They're taking on Wycliffe. That's the Joe DeBella tournament over at Independence. In the SWC, Jared just told you about Falls at Amherst, North Ridgeville's at Midview, Elyria at Avon Lake, and Avon taking on Berea Mid-Park, and that is a girls-boys doubleheader. So we'll have all the scores and winning coaches for you tomorrow morning on the Nick Abraham Saturday Morning Sports Wrap-Up Show. And both teams out on the floors. We're just about set to begin the second half. Keystone up by 17. And for the Wildcats, it is Gorin, also Hagerman, Fedor, Cowling, and Gurich, their original starting five. Gurich with a basketball to Fedor, top of the circle. They get it inside for Colt Cowling. Cowling with a baseline jumper, and it's good. Colt Cowling with 17. He got that over Mikey Janisic. Janisic, Green, Fortner also on the floor. They have Logan Holt and Carter Jones, original starting five for both teams to begin this second half. Fortner in the corner. He'll jack a three. He'll miss it. Colt Cowling got the rebound. Keystone in the home white jerseys, white shorts trimmed in purple. Firelands, they've got the road reds on. Red jerseys, red shorts trimmed in white. Shot no good. We get a whistle and a foul. Going to have a foul. Foul on Colt Cowling. Matt Kende, Tom Stanton, Thomas White in charge of this one. Two head coaches, Colin Myers and Jeff Holzhauer. In the backcourt, Carter Jones beats the press, got it over to Green. Green inside, lost control, gets it to Fortner. Fortner double teamed, and we're going to get a whistle on. This might be on Cowling as well. Let's see. It is. Colt Cowling picks up a couple of quick fouls here in the third quarter.
Could be a storyline again. Cowling really having a nice game.
Yeah, he didn't have any fouls in the first half, Jared, and picks up 2 in the first minute of the third quarter. Interesting. With the basketball, they swing it over to Carter Jones. Jones back outside to Mikey Janisic. Over to Aiden Fortner. Fortner gets it over to Lucas Green. You mentioned it early on in this game. Firelands needs to get Fortner some offensive help. To this point, they have it. Fortner inside, hits the deck hard, misses the shot, but that's because he was fouled. He'll shoot 2. And again, Colt Cowling. And he just got 3 fouls in the first minute, 25 seconds of the third quarter.
And you think the bonus not really involved in any way, shape, or form those first 2 quarters, but yeah, Keystone's going to have to be careful. And for Colt, 3 quick ones. He'll have to take a seat.
You would think. Fortner's free throw is up, and it's good. Fortner with 13.
And we discussed that rotation. We said the only thing that can slow him down, foul trouble.
Right. Second free throw is good. You mentioned they needed to get offensive help. The other 4 starters have combined to score 9 points, and the next leading scorer to Fortner has 3. No points off the Firelands bench either. And Cowling, or I should say Holzhauer, is outscoring the bench 6-0 himself. They get it inside to Liam Gorin. He scores. He has 13. Cowling and Gorin certainly are a formidable 1-2 punch. In the backcourt, Janisic, they beat the press, get it to Fortner. Fortner back outside to Janisic. And he'll get it over to Lucas Green. Green to Fortner. Fortner at the foul line. Fortner goes over to Holt. Holt puts it up. Nobody's fouled. And Keystone picking up the fouls here in this third quarter.
Yeah, 4 quick ones. Cowling still in the ball game, and I think that shows you the kind of wherewithal and the expectations that Jeff Holzhauer has for that young man, is that you're going to be able to do this and make an adjustment because we need you. Again, they play 7 guys, maybe 8. We'll see.
Holzhauer checks in for the Wildcats.
And Holzhauer comes in, and he'll replace Brendan Hagerman, who just had committed that foul. It's his first. Keystone with 4 fouls in the third quarter. Firelands hasn't committed a foul. And Holt makes them both, give him 5. 42-25, 5:50 remaining third quarter. Gorin is the basketball. He'll get it across midcourt. Liam with a pass for Bobby Gurich. Gurich to Cowling. Cowling with a pass that gets knocked away, stolen by Fortner. Fortner, long outlet pass, and it was too far, and it's going to be stolen away. Janisic tried to save it, but he couldn't. Gorin being pressured, and he's got to get rid of the ball. Finds Holzhauer. He'll take an open 3. He'll miss it. Rebound is going to be Logan Holt of Firelands. Holt into the forecourt. Holt, right wing, gets the basketball to Janisic. Janisic back out to Lucas Green. Cross court. Janisic fakes the shot, trying to get around Holzhauer, and Ty fouled him.
They're in a penalty now. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter of play. And, that was a recipe for Firelands. Get to the line. They've hit 4 free throws here in this third quarter, and the clock stopped. They've got a chance to cut into the deficit.
Yeah, they do, and they've got, as you mentioned, in the penalty there's just under 5 minutes to go in the third, 4:56. Now, the bad news for Firelands, as a team on the year, just 53% from the line.
Right. As I mentioned, they did hit the first 4 that they've taken here in this third period. Got to make it count now.
Yeah, maybe they can get that turned around. If Firelands is going to come back, they have to get a run here, and then we're going to get a lane violation. As coming in will be Gabe DiFilippo. DiFilippo into the game for the first time for Logan Holt.
Lane violation against Keystone.
So Janisic will
One shot.
shoot again. Janisic missed them all. Rebound comes down to Brendan Hagerman of Keystone. Hagerman with the basketball. Hagerman guarded by DiFilippo, who just checked in. Fedor has it, got it to Liam Gorin. Gorin into the lane, back to Fedor, out to Ty Holzhauer. Holzhauer being checked there by Lucas Green. Holzhauer trying to get around him, put it up, got it, and a foul. Nice job, Ty Holzhauer. He'll have 8, he'll look for 9.
Fouls on number 1, Lucas Green. That's his second, team's first. The basket is good. At the line for Wildcats, number 2, Ty.
Green with his second foul. That's just the first on Firelands. But Holzhauer trying to complete a three-point play the old-fashioned way, and that is up and good. He made a three-point play the way that only Gary and I are old enough to know how those went. And Pelt says, yes, I am. You young fellow, Jared, you know, you lived with that three-point line your whole life.
That's not true. I remember when there was no
really?
three-point line, especially in high school.
I was trying to give you credit. That pass is going to be intercepted. Fedor is going to be fouled on his way to the basket. So it'll be the second foul on the Falcons. And this time it's going to go on Carter Jones. Matt Kende lets us know that. Checking in for Firelands, Max Brown. Brown played in the first half, did not score. He's a freshman. Whistle away from the ball. Matt Kende sees it being a little bit physical out there. And the foul on Carter Jones is third, team's third.
No need for that to go on right now in a 20-point game, but when did the three-point line, was that 88 that came in at the high school level?
Maybe right around there.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact year, Jared, but that could very well be.
I think it was that.
Inside with it, putting it up, and missing the shot was Gorin. And it's loose on the floor. They fight for it. And bodies all over the place, fighting for the loose ball, jump ball. And it's going to go to Firelands. Well, my brother graduated in '87, and I don't think they had the three when he was in high school. I don't remember it. So I'm going to say you're right, that it wasn't before '87. It would have to be '88 or later. I don't remember him and his team shooting threes. Maybe they were just bad at it. I don't remember.
Well, there were still plenty of teams that shot the three. It just didn't count for three.
That's right. I grew up with the '84 Monroeville Eagles that won the state title, and those guys, good grief, they got across half court. They were letting it fly. Fortner with the basketball. Fortner double teamed, and the foul is going to go on Cowling, and that'll be his fourth. And it'll be a couple of free throws. Fortner taking his time to get up. And Cowling has 4 fouls in this quarter. I'm telling you, Jared, that is really odd, and he's still in the game. 3:55 to go in the third.
I got to believe that after, when they get the chance after this free throw attempt, that he'll sit down for a bit, again, in a 20-point game. But that rotation for Jeff Holzhauer is pretty short.
Or have they told Jeff that he's got 4 fouls? Somebody needs to. Sometimes head coaches are so focused on everything, they're not, you know. So Fortner with the free throw is good. Now Gurich is in for Cowling. And Coach Holzhauer talking to him. So obviously he knew. And Fortner with another free throw attempt. And he got both of them. Logan Holt back in, and coming out for Firelands, Mikey Janisic.
You almost wonder if that was a conversation between Jeff Holzhauer and Cowling earlier when he picked up number 3, let me stay in.
Gorin with the basketball, Gorin to the basket, laid it in. Liam Gorin, boy, is he fun to watch. He's got 15. You know, the other fun thing about watching him and Cowling, you don't get the sense that either one force it. Brown has so many great players, they just don't force it. There's a 3-ball, Jonah Weber, and he hits it his first points of the night. And the Jonah Weber fan club right below us cheers that basket. 47-30, Keystone by 17. Hagerman with it, Hagerman back outside to Liam Gorin. He'll take a triple, he'll miss it. Rebound Emery Fedor. Fedor back to Gorin. Liam guarded by Weber. Gorin at the foul line, tough shot, missed it. Rebound, Jonah Weber. They'll get it ahead. Fortner with the basketball. Fortner takes a 3, and that's going to be no good. Rebound ripped out of there. And coming out of there with it is Bobby Gurich. Gurich to the other end, put it up over Fortner. No, and Aiden Fortner is going to get the foul. So Fortner with the foul. Stops the clock with 2:47 to go into third. Colin Myers getting an explanation.
Certainly Gorin and Cowling get a lot of the top billing, and rightfully so. Gurich maybe not having quite the prolific numbers that those guys have, but he's had a nice game, and he's been a guy that's gotten beat up a lot, I think, inside, taking some bumps, and rewarded there with a chance to go to the line.
Well, as I was looking at the stats, Gurich is averaging 6 assists, 6 rebounds, almost 3 steals, so he does a lot. Gurich again. Made them both. Give him 4 points. Hagerman is another guy. Jared, he has 4.5 rebounds, 3.3 assists to go along with nearly his 4 points a game. So, yeah, you've got the points that you need between Cowling, Gorin, and Holzhauer. You need the other guys, to score occasionally, but they've got to do those other aspects of the game. 2:39 to go in the third. Keystone by 19. You still have that pressure, although Cowling with 4 fouls on the bench is not at the head of the press. Logan Holt with it. Holt double teamed. Holt trying to get rid of it. Pass intercepted by Liam Gorin. Gorin got around Weber. Pass ahead, laying it up and in, and that is going to be Bobby Gurich. Gorin with an assist. Talking about guys that have a complete stat sheet. Gorin, 4 assists, 2.7 steals, 6 rebounds per game to go along with 21 points.
Always around the ball. That's, I guess, a mark of the good ones. And certainly, read the story earlier. That young man tallied 1,000 points in his career already. Unbelievable.
50 of those 54 career games have been double digits. That's hard to believe. Holzhauer for 3. That's no good. Rebound Fortner. I think the impressive stat to me from Liam Gorin, as much as he scores, is that nearly 4 assists per game. That shows you how unselfish he is. Foul on Bobby Gurich, his first. They've long been in the penalty. And we're going to get a couple of free throws for Firelands, down 51-30. Jared, the good news for the Falcons, they got into double bonus early. But the bad news is they just weren't able to take advantage of it to this point. Brett Berry is set to come in for the first time. Berry averaging over 7 rebounds per contest. He's in for the first time. He's another football player and a good one. And also Jonah Weber coming back in for the Falcons. And he'll replace DiFilippo. Fortner with 16. Fortner with 17. 51-31, under 2 minutes to play. Liam Tobakash will check in at the next stoppage. He played in the first half, did not score. Holzhauer on the top of the line, key, should say. Driving in, Fortner went for the steal, and Fortner got the steal. Aiden Fortner, nice job. He'll come into the forecourt with it. Fortner goes up, no call, no foul. And I'm surprised there wasn't a foul there. And there's going to be a nice block at the other end by Max Brown off the shot of Gurich. And it'll go out of bounds. Liam Tobakash coming back in. They are letting him play a little bit. Having said that, and we've had a lot of fouls, but still letting him play enough. Fortner is going to come out. Aiden looks a little gassed.
He's been doing a lot out there, and one has to wonder where is help or offense going to come from right now.
Holzhauer with it all the way to the hole, laid it in. Good move to the basket by Ty Holzhauer. He's got 11, 5 1/4. 53-31. Firelands down 22 as we approach 1 minute to play in quarter number 3. Carter Jones with the basketball, gets it. The 3 ball goes up by Weber, and he got another 3. Jonah Weber, 2 threes this quarter, and it's 53-34 with 50 seconds to go in the third. In is Mason Grahams back in for Keystone. Played in the first half, didn't score. On the drive, laying it up and in, Bobby Gurich. Gurich with 8. 55-34, half a minute to play in the third. Jones in the backcourt. Cross court, got it to Weber. Weber top of the key. Weber hands it off to Jones, right back to Weber. Weber to Tobacash. Tobacash inside to Berry. Berry put it up, missed it. Rebound Gurich. Long outlet for Grahams. Grahams runs it down. Grahams with 10 seconds to play in the third. Cross court with it is Gurich. 5 seconds. Gurich inside the foul line, put it up. Berry, good defense, and that'll do it for the third. We've played 3 quarters. Our score, it is Keystone 55 and the Firelands Falcons 34. You're watching the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel and WEOL.com Game of the Week.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
And we're just about set to begin the fourth quarter. Ron Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Gary Pelter from Keystone High School. Pelt doing the camera work. Jared doubling up color commentary, also running the board, doing a great job. As after 3 quarters, Keystone by 21. The Wildcats led 16-9 after 1. They would outscore Firelands 22-12 in the second quarter to go up by 17 at half, 38-21. And they stretched that out to 21 by outscoring the Wildcats 17-13 in the third quarter. So we head into the final 8 minutes with Keystone up by 21, and they have the basketball. It's Cowling, Gurich, Hagerman, Gorin, and Fedor, the original starting 5 on the floor for Keystone. Firelands is going to counter with Brown, Tobacash, Weber, Berry, and Carter Jones.
A couple of quick updates. At the half, it is Black River trailing Brookside 34-30. That's a little bit tighter than I think maybe people might have thought. And Amherst Falls locked up in a good one at the half, 24-22.
Thank you, sir. And Amherst led by 12 after 1 quarter. Now it's a 2-point game. Berry with it. Berry hands it off. And we get it over and back call against Firelands. Coach Holzhauer was very complimentary of Black River's new coach when they played them early in the year. So maybe that's maybe they'll be a team that, surprises some teams this year.
Could be. They knocked off this Firelands Falcons team earlier this week.
Right.
So, maybe going in a different direction than you're accustomed to seeing Black River.
7.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Firelands trailing Keystone by 21. Wildcats with the basketball. Liam Gorin on the baseline. Gorin drives that baseline. He is fouled hard by Berry. And Liam Tobacash with nice sportsmanship there. The Firelands player comes up to help him up as Gorin hits the deck pretty hard.
Interesting that Aiden Fortner sat for about the last minute and 10 seconds of that third quarter. Not quite a minute gone by here in the fourth, but how long can he remain on the Firelands Falcons bench if this lead just keeps, I wouldn't say ballooning, but it's just
There's your
pretty
answer.
steady. Yeah, okay.
Here he comes.
Ask and you shall receive, huh?
Right.
Okay.
Liam Gorin made 1 out of 2. And coming out of there with it are the Falcons going coast to coast. Weber threw it at the basket, missed it. And on the rebound, they're going to outlet it. Max Brown got the steal. Brown gets it to Weber. Weber a 3. That's off the rim, no good. Fedor goes for the rebound. We got bodies on the deck. Jared, we've had a ton of guys. Every time they go up for a rebound, seems like 2 or 3 are hitting the deck here.
Well, it's physical. It's what you expect, I think. This is a good football matchup. It's a good basketball matchup twice a year. The scoreboard might not be indicative of that, but these two communities know each other pretty well. It's really grown into something that I think is an impressive rivalry.
Green, Holt, Fortner come in. Two very similar communities. Fortner with the basketball. Fortner inside the foul line, back outside. Got it to Logan Holt. Holt puts up a tough shot, missed it, glass and rim. Rebound comes down to Hagerman for Keystone. Hagerman gets it to Colt Cowling, who checked back in with 4 fouls. Got it to Fedor, put it up, no good, and Fortner has the rebound. Fortner with it. 6:40 to go in the ball game. Fortner put it up, no good. Rebound, Keystone. Coming out of there with it is Gurich. Gurich, left-hand dribble. Gurich back outside. Extra pass to Liam Gorin. Gorin gets it inside to Gurich. Gurich put it up and good. Right there is an example, Jared. Liam Gorin could have easily taken that shot, but he passed it up to get the basketball to Gurich, who put it in. And now you've got Gurich in double figures at 10. And that young man is averaging 3.3 points a game.
Right. All leads to a 24-point lead right now.
Fortner left elbow jumper, no good. Rebound. Holt had it, knocked away by Gorin. Long outlet, Colt Cowling. Cowling had it stripped away by Fortner on the way to the basket. Keystone will inbound. Now I'm going to be interested to see how Firelands does when they get healthier, if they're able to get some guys back, and then when they play at Firelands later this year.
Right, you're thinking this is a mid-January team for Colin Myers, and he kind of knows that going in. Maybe even February, depending on, how some of that progresses. You can never really tell.
Inbounds to Gurich. Gurich, like I said, has 10. Got it to Holzhauer. 10-foot jumper is good. Ty Holzhauer. He's got 13 off the bench, 7 this half. 4 in double figures for Keystone. Max Brown goes coast to coast, lays it in. The freshman with his first points of the night. And those are the first points off the bench for Firelands as a team. Cowling gets it, and it's Hagerman back out to Holzhauer. Ty faked the 3, gets it back. Hagerman, a wide open baseline 3, and he got it. Brendan Hagerman, his first points of the night. 63-36. 5:10 to go. Keystone has never looked back tonight. Holt for 3, short. Gurich got the rebound, long outlet for Ty Holzhauer. Green back on defense. Holzhauer put it up, no good. Cowling laid it in. Cowling with 19, 65-36. Subs coming in for both teams at the next stoppage. Jonah Weber back outside to Brown. Brown will hand it off to Weber. He'll get it to Lucas Green. Green and Holt. Holt on the 3-point line to Aiden Fortner. Fortner, Gurich has him. Nice pass into Holt, but it's knocked out of bounds by Fedor. It'll stay with Firelands, but first we've got subs. For Keystone, Liam Gorin and Mason Grams come in. For Firelands coming into the contest, it'll be Liam Tobakash, Brent Berry coming back into the contest, as did Mikey Janisic. 65-36, it's all Keystone, 4:29 to go, and Keystone is going to go to 7-0 on the campaign. Pass for Berry. He'll get it to Aiden Fortner. Fortner checked by Gorin, and he'll hand it off to Janisic. Janisic, baseline right. Max Brown, the freshman over Fedor, is good. Max Brown. If he had a chance, hopefully you heard Coach Colin Myers in the pregame. He told me that when I asked him about did he have some players that are seeing more time because of the injuries and some guys opening eyes, the very first person he mentioned and what came to his mind was freshman Max Brown. Inside, Cowling puts the shot up, no good. Rebound Fortner. Fortner has it. Fortner will turn and throw it. Tobakash found it and put it in. Liam Tobakash, his first points. 65-40, and I think we get a foul in the backcourt. We do on Mikey Janisic, his second. Coming back in for Firelands is Gabe DiFilippo. Some of the fans starting to make their way for the exits with 3:40 to go in this one.
Christmas shopping still to do.
That's true. You can get gift cards at the depot.
Plenty of places still open right now, Rob. It's only 10 after 8.
Oh, that's true.
You can
It's
go
early.
anywhere you want.
You know, I didn't even think of that.
You wouldn't.
For Pelt, this is like noon.
Right.
Holzhauer with the basketball.
Pelt's got a full slate.
Right. Holzhauer coming back out. 3:15 to go in the game. 65-40.
Wasn't so cold. You get the car wash tonight.
Right. Ty back out to Fedor, swinging around to Cowling. Cowling back to Ty Holzhauer. Holzhauer, 3 minutes to go to Cowling for three. Rim no. Fedor went for the rebound, got it. Kicks it out to Grams. Corner three. Rim no. Fedor, another offensive rebound. Gets it to Grams again. Back outside to Holzhauer. He'll take a long three, miss it. And the rebound is going to go to Firelands and Brent Berry. Berry gets it ahead to Janisic. 2:40 to go. Firelands down by 25. Tobacash on the three-point line to Aiden Fortner. Fortner a three over Cowling. Short. Rebound inside Berry. No foul called. And coming out of there with it is going to be Ty Holzhauer. You got some guys that are tired out there.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
sure do. It's getting a little bit sloppy.
Yeah. 2:15 to go, 25-point game. And they're going to get it out to Cowling. Cowling hits a three. 68-40, 2 minutes to go. And we're going to get a couple of subs for Keystone. We get an opportunity here, a stoppage. And they save it from going out of bounds. Fedor with a basketball. Gets it to Gorin. Gorin in the backcourt. Gorin ahead, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul called. And coming into the game, Isaac DeVore for the first time, as well as Reed Grams. So Reed Grams and Isaac DeVore come in with 1:47 to go.
You know, this is a premier night for a guy like Pelt. Hear me out on this. You got a big slate of college football tomorrow. Of course, the NFL on Sunday. NFL game tomorrow as well. Pelt's thinking grocery store tonight, because once you get in there, they got to let you keep shopping. They can't just close. So that's a veteran move by Pelt. If he can get in there by 8:30, 8:45, they got to let him finish.
They get it into DeVore. Isaac is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Yeah, and there's a lot of provisions to be had for two big days of football.
2 big days of football. You've seen the crew that Pelt runs with.
Unfortunately,
those guys, they're ready to do some damage.
DeVore with the free throw. It's up and in for Isaac. That's his first point of the year and his first free throw attempt of the year. And coming in is going to be Mason Grams. DeVore again, made 1 out of 2. On the rebound, they get it to DiFilippo, but it went out of bounds. And it will be Keystone basketball. 1:38 to go. Keystone with a lead of 29 and the basketball. Dribbling around is Bobby Gurich. Gurich gets it to Ty Holzhauer. Holzhauer with it, 1.5 minutes to play. Pass on the left side with the basketball now, Reed Grams. He'll find his brother Mason Grams. Over to Holzhauer. Holzhauer has it, and he'll pass it over. Cross court, gets it to Isaac DeVore. Zeke will hand it off to Holzhauer. Holzhauer lays it up, no, but he's fouled. 1:10 to go.
Fouls on zero, Jonah Weber has his second, team's fourth. At the line for Keystone.
Foul is on Jonah Weber, his second, team's fourth. Ty, line left, free throw, off the rim, no good.
End of 3, Brookside leading Black River 46-39. That's still a tight affair.
And a low-scoring affair. Black River playing good defense against Brookside.
At the half, Elyria Catholic up on NDCL 38-26.
Holzhauer makes 1 out of 2, 70-40. Nice start to the year for the Panthers.
Certainly.
Where they struggled last year, but you know what? They came on late. They get the basketball to Berry. Berry will kick it in the corner. Into the game for the first time, Roman DiFilippo. Gets it to Gabe DiFilippo, right back to Roman. Roman puts the shot up over Isaac DeVore, no good. Offensive rebound by Berry, out of bounds. It'll stay with Firelands with 48 seconds to go.
We talked about that with Jason Smith last week on the wrap-up show. Took the job kind of late in the season or in the off-season to get prepared for that. And a lot of his guys, they showed improvement throughout the year. So kind of picking up where they left off.
Right. Barry gets it over to Weber. Weber to DiFilippo. Gabe put it up. That's off the back iron. No good. Rebound Gurich. Gurich in the backcourt. 35 seconds to play. Gurich guarded by DiFilippo. Gurich getting around him. Kicks it in the corner to DeVore. He'll take the three. It's off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound by Graham's. No good. Isaac DeVore with a rebound, and he's going to get it outside to Reed Grahams. He'll take a three. Miss it. Rebound Reed Grahams. Grahams put it up. No, but he's fouled by Barry. Reed Grahams at the line trying to get his first points of the night, averaging 1.7. He's a sophomore. His first free throw of the year is good. Post-game show will come up after this one. We'll give you the individual scoring. Jared will take a look at the team stats, and we'll update you on any scores that we have. Grahams again, good again. 72-40. Weber has it. Weber takes a three, and that's going to be good. Jonah Weber makes his third three of the game. And 3 seconds, too, and that's going to do it. Your final score tonight, it was Keystone 72 and Firelands 43. So Keystone averaging 72 a game coming into this one, and they finished tonight with 72. So their average will stay exactly the same. With the win, they go to 7-0 overall. They're 5-0 in the LC8. For Firelands, they're going to drop to 1-5 overall, and they're 1-4 in league play. Up next, Keystone will play at Brunswick on Tuesday. They're going to take on Walsh Jesuit in a tournament over at Brunswick. And Firelands, they've got 2 games next week, at Norwalk on Tuesday, and then they are at Vermillion on Saturday, and we'll have that one for you on WEOL.com and also on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. We'll be back to tell you about it right after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Kev's radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Your final score tonight, it was Keystone 72, Firelands 43. Rob Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Gary Pelder, live from Keystone High School. Scoring by quarters, Keystone led after one, 16-9. They would outscore Firelands 22-12 to kind of end any doubt in this one, as they led 38-21 at halftime. 17-13 Keystone in the third to go up 55-34. And in the fourth quarter, when it really didn't mean anything, 17-9, Keystone would outscore them to win it 72-43. Taking a look at individuals for the Keystone Wildcats. What do you think of this old school sweatshirt, Pelt? He's loving that, huh? Found this one. You know, Jared, when you have a little bit of time on your hands, you kind of go through the closets, you go through the drawers, you decide, what haven't I worn? What did I forget? So some of that went, a bunch of bins went to Goodwill, but this oldie but a goodie, the Colson & Colson Sports Medicine WEOL cage matchup, that helps too. What still fits?
Yeah.
Although you could argue if this one fits or not. I think it does.
I think you're doing okay.
You guys are too kind. Take a look at individuals for Keystone. It was Liam Gorin with 16. Brendan Hagerman had 3. Emery Fedor with 4. Bobby Gurich with 10 points. He came in to averaging just 3.3 a game. Leading scorer tonight, Colt Cowling. Cowling had 22. 55 for the starting 5 of Keystone. Off the bench, Reed Grams with 2. Ty Holzhauer averaging 10 a game. He had a solid game of 14. And Isaac DeVore came in and got his first point of the year. 17 off the bench, 55 for the starters. Gave him a total of 72. Seeing action off the bench and not scoring was Mason Grams. For Firelands, Lucas Green with 2. Mikey Janisic with 2. Carter Jones had 2. Logan Holt with 5. And leading the Falcons was their only score in double figures. And he ends up being the second leading scorer in the game. Aiden Fortner with 17. 28 points from the starting 5 of Firelands. Off the bench, Jonah Weber had 3 threes in the second half for 9. Max Brown had 4, and Liam Tobakash had a fourth quarter field goal for 2. 15 off the bench, 28 for the starters, gave Firelands a total of 43. They came in, got the Nick Abraham Saturday morning sports wrap-up show tomorrow from 9 to 11. Jared and I will go through the scores from tonight. We'll have interviews with winning coaches, and then also our next WEOL.com Chronicle Telegram YouTube game will be next Saturday, Firelands and Vermilion in boys basketball. Jared, do you want me to take one more time out?
Nope, I think we're set. All right. We're at where we're going in terms of a lot of this. Statistically, from a team perspective tonight for the Firelands Falcons, they found themselves 15 of 39 for the contest, 38% on the evening, 9 of 14 at the free throw line, 23 rebounds and 18 turnovers. One thing of note, they did a pretty good job in the second half limiting some of those turnovers. Again, the game had been out of hand in some of those instances, but a far cry from the 13 that they posted in that first half of play. For the Keystone Wildcats, again, upping that mark to 7-0 on the campaign. And we're still in 2025, so they'll have a couple more games. Think about that front-loaded schedule. 9 games, I believe, in the first month of the season, really. So the Wildcats, 28 of 61 from the field, 46% on the contest, 11 of 17 at the line, 65% there. 31 rebounds. They did well in both halves as far as taking care of the loose balls, getting those rebounds and second chance opportunities. Just 8 turnovers for the Wildcats en route to their 72-43 victory over Firelands. And again, the only final we have is a girls basketball score earlier today, and that was Midview taking on Briarwood Christian out of Alabama in Orlando, Florida, and the Lady Middies fell 54-26. End of 3. Boys basketball, LC8. It is Black River trailing Brookside 46-39 in a pretty good contest. End of 3 there. End of 3, Amherst has opened up a 45-39 lead over Olmsted Falls. That one could come down to the wire. And Elyria Catholic over NDCL at the half, 38-26. Of course, we'll have, as Rob mentioned, all the scores for you tomorrow morning on the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show. We'll get a conversation with Jeff Holzhauer right now as we pass the headset over to him.
All right, Jeff Holzhauer will join us. We'll give him the headsets, give him a minute to get back. Coach, you might want to do that the other way. There you go.
My first time.
I understand it. Well, we only give them the winning coaches.
Exactly.
Coach, congratulations. Hard-fought game. Your team wins. Just kind of your thought. You came in averaging 72 a game. You end up at 72.
We had 72 the last game, too.
Okay.
So. Yeah, give Firelands credit. I mean, they're big and they're physical, and they guarded us. I thought the officiating crew did a good job. I mean, I like it when we can play basketball, and against a big physical team like that, I don't know if it's always to our advantage, but I just like, the kids out there playing and, not a ton of stoppages in action and let the kids figure it out. And I thought they did a good job calling when they had to. So I just thought it was a physical game. It's the type of game we needed. It really allowed us to work on moving without the ball, setting better screens, reading our screens, and Firelands gave us a lot of resistance, and it was good for us. So I feel like we didn't play great, but I feel like we got better today. So I'm happy. I'm happy.
You told me to kind of keep an eye on that Fortner versus Fedor matchup, but I thought those guys really got after it as well. You guys made Aiden, earn when he didn't get a field goal in the second half. He had 17 points, 5 free throws, but that was a big matchup as well.
Yeah, and I was talking to Aiden throughout the game.
I noticed that.
And he's a good kid, and he was tired. And I kept saying, "We wearing you out?" Yeah, yes, yes. And we wanted to, we wanted to get up and down. I wanted to run a little bit more than we even were able to today. Like you see, like a lot of times there's 50-50 balls out there, and there's balls that I think we should get. And all of our guys are leaking down the floor, and they all want to go get theirs. And we don't have enough guys that want to go get that ball. And there's a lot of points we're leaving out there because we're just not going to get it. So we got to get better at that.
I thought we saw a lot of the unselfishness of your basketball team, especially from your scorers. When I see Liam Gorin passing up good shots or better shots for a teammate, that's impressive. Bobby Gurich, can you talk about him tonight?
Yeah, Bobby's great. Bobby has been stuffing the stat sheet. I mean, he had a double-double. I think we had 10 points and 10 rebounds. He had 8 assists the other day. He's averaging 6.3 assists a game for a sophomore. He's doing so many good things for us. He's that kid that we just need out there all the time. Everyone thinks, Colton Liam, we don't want to take them out. We don't want to take them out. But Bobby's that glue guy, and we've been saying for years that Bobby's going to be that player for us, and we're watching it happen before our eyes. So really proud of that kid. I've been coaching him his whole life. Love him. And he's a really good basketball player for us.
And then your son off the bench brings you that offense off the bench that you need.
Right, and what's great is, like you talked about Liam and Colt sharing the ball a little bit more. For us to be the team that we need to be, like Ty's he's got to score. Like Bobby's got to score. Brendan's got to score. And the only way they're going to score is if they have the ball in their hands, and Colt and Liam dominate the ball a lot. So as long as they're getting those guys shots and those guys know that the team has confidence in them, then we're going to be the team that we need to be at the end of the year. And Ty's one of those guys where, he's not afraid of any shot, and I need him to take those shots because, he can kind of change the game for us because he's that third scorer that can just kind of go off and really, really, really change games for us.
How important are the next couple of weeks? You step out of conference, you're going through the holidays, but you're taking on Walsh Jesuit over at Brunswick. I know you were telling me how thrilled you guys are to be in that showcase at Brunswick. And then you take on Amherst in between Christmas and New Year's. How important are these next couple of games in the big picture for your team?
They're huge. Whether we win or lose, they're huge because I just want to see our kids go compete at a high level and get experience competing at a high level. No offense to teams like Firelands, but we won by 30,
right.
and we won by 22 on Tuesday, and we're learning good things and we're doing good things. But we need to be put in some different situations, and that's what these next 2 games are going to do for us.
And I think you might see a different Firelands team when you go over there later in the year once they get a little bit healthier and get used to each other a little bit.
No doubt. They have Carson Lima, who's sophomore. Who's a fantastic player, and when they get him back, he's a difference maker. He does so many good things for them. They're going to be much tougher. And always, the second time around, the biggest difference that I see, teams clean up turnovers. That's the biggest difference. The second time around, they just get better at handling pressure, and we rely on our pressure so much. So the second time around, we got to be better in a half court, better defensively.
Jeff, thanks so much for having us. Happy holidays to you and the Keystone boys basketball family and everybody at Keystone.
Appreciate you guys always covering us. You guys do a great job.
It's our pleasure. That's Jeff Holzhauer, head coach and athletic director here at Keystone High School. His team wins it by a score 72-43, and they go to 7-0 on the campaign. Well, that's just about going to do it for us. All right, we're going to wrap things up here from Keystone, and want to thank Jared and Gary, and remind you that the WEOL Cage Matchup live on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel is brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Illyria Ford. Lorain County Community College, the Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, and by EcoTree Services. For Jared and Gary, this is Ron Polinsky telling you one more time your final. Keystone 72, Firelands 43. Have a good night, everybody.